Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you early this afternoon or about afternoon time for a album review. And sorry that it took me a little bit to do this review. I just had to get a little bit more sleep for a few hours extra because I was like really tired this morning when I woke up and I didn't go to bed till 2 a.m. So yeah, or about 2 a.m. So yeah, this next album review is for Northlane's third marathon studio album review I'm doing for their album Node that I just got done listening to. Don't worry about the tag. I bought it from a certain seller. Um, but on Amazon, of course. So, yeah. I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for Northlane Node. Sorry if I said I diss something. I was trying to say something, but I kind of messed up with what I said. But I'm going to discuss what I listened to for Northlane's third studio album, Node, and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this next marathon studio album review in their discography. Now, it starts off with the song Soma, and this is the first album to feature Marcus Bridge, the new lead singer of the band, at that time, of course, in 2015. Because Adrian left the band in 2014 because I guess they were going to go on a different direction and he didn't like that or something. I don't know the whole controversy with that situation, but yeah, Soma was a really amazing track. It's a little experimental, and this whole album was pretty different from the last two albums, which the last two albums were pure metalcore and all that. But this is metalcore experimental synth stuff that they put in the metalcore sound, and it doesn't do too bad. So Soma, I really enjoyed. Marcus Bridges' screams and his clean vocals are pretty good in this song, so 5 out of 5. Obelisk is the second track on the album, and I really loved it. It's a really good song, so I'd give that a 5 out of 5 too. It was one of the singles for the album, so I think I remember watching the music video, and I thought the music video was pretty cool. So, 5 out of 5 for Obelisk. The title track, Node, is a really awesome song. There is some scream pitches from Marcus Bridge, and it sounds pretty good. And some cleans through quite a bit of the song. There's more clean singing in when Marcus Bridge comes in to the band than there is screams that much. He does a mixture, which that's actually not too bad to try something different, doing a mixture of your scream vocals and your clean vocals, the regular singing vocals. So Node is getting a 5 out of 5. Ohm was not my personal favorite. I don't know, there was something about it that made it seem a little disconnected for me to listen through. Like, I had a little bit of problems with how it was sounding, execution wise, and I think with Marcus Bridge singing in it, it wasn't bad, but it's just my opinion at least. So 4.5 out of 5 for Ohm. It's a solid song. It's just I have my indifference about it. I'm a little indifferent about the song, I guess you could say. Nameless was a instrumental track. It had some OOs in it, but not to the point where it was regular singing. It was mostly instrumental and experimental synth stuff that was in the song too. So 5 out of 5 for that one. Rot is one of my favorite songs on this album. I really loved it. It's such a banger, and I highly recommend you check this song out before you check the album out, because this was the song that introduced me to this album, and I really enjoyed this song, so 5 out of 5. Leech is another great song. Really enjoyed it. Not sure if I like it to the extent where it's great, but it's still a pretty good song, so maybe I'd have to come back and listen to this album to see if this grows on me. So 5 out of 5 for Leech. Impulse was a really banger of a song. There was some drum work in it that was pretty good. There's a lot of mixtures with the Marcus Bridges vocals, with screaming and clean singing, and it doesn't sound so bad, so 5 out of 5. Weightless is another indifferent song I have. Well, I'm very indifferent about this song too as well, but in a way, it's not badly executed, but it is what it is, I guess. And sorry about the ding, that's my phone or whatever. Sorry if I burped for a second. Um, yeah. Weightless is getting a 4.5 out of 5. And the last two songs, Raw and Anime, RA and Animate, were pretty outstanding songs to close this album. So I really enjoyed them. 5 out of 5 for both of them. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Northlane Node was a really good album. It is more experimental, but if you look past what it's trying to go for, or look past the negatives about this album and focus more on the positives with the more experimentation with Marcus Bridge trying to elevate their sound with clean vocals and screaming vocals from his perspective. He wanted to go in this band wanted to go in a different direction with their music, so they actually didn't do too bad with this album. So overall, I think Northlane Node was a really good album. I really enjoyed it. I definitely see myself returning to this album quite a bit. And first score for me, I'm going to give Northlane Node a 9 out of 10. In my opinion, I personally like it, but I know it's received some mixture of good reviews and some average reviews from certain critics, but I personally like it. It's something different. They're trying to experiment a bit more with their metalcore sound, and when Marcus Bridge came into the band, it changed the band differently, but in a way, I think it works very well with what they're going for. So 9 out of 10 for Node by Northlane. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Northlane album Node, if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys for the third Marathon Studio album review in Northlane's discography for the album Node, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. Like I said, maybe it depends on the listener to see what they think of this album. It's a pretty good album. It's really good in my opinion. I think it's better than the last album, Singularity. Singularity I had some slight problems with, but it still was a pretty good effort from Northlane. And I'm actually enjoying these Northlane albums, honestly, because they're surprising me. But I'm going to be returning to you for a Motionless in White track review for Masterpiece, because I just found the song this morning, so I'm going to be listening to it and then reviewing it. I got to listen to it maybe one or two more, well, a few times, I should say. Not one or two times. A few times to see if it grows on me. I got to listen to it first and see what I think of it. And then you'll see a review for it sometime today. So after that, I'll probably do a request review. And then that's going to be it. And then some new album reviews tomorrow for sure. Think I'll check out Nazareth's new album and then Swedish House Mafia. I'll listen to their house album because they're a dubstep kind of house, dubstep kind of music and all that, I guess you could say. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Northlane Node album review. Keep in mind, I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Stay safe, guys. Take care. And as always, I'll see you in my next review.